Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Welcome to Drive Time Exchange. As rubber hits the road, hard talk meets great music. Monday to Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. on Net Radio, taking you above and beyond.
Watch it!
Welcome to Drive Time Exchange. As rubber hits the road, hard talk meets great music. Monday to Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m. on Net Radio, taking you above and beyond.
I had was to ask it, cause I want to know what it is them young boys singing. is it calypso? These people so incompetent, trying they could sing, jumping on a stage and saying anything. Kitty started stutter, saying, how could you ask that? Posa, you should know what is real calypso. Kitty tell me, find a name. He said, find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you singing there. Start trying, find a name. KMC, find a name. Find a name for that split, all you singing there. She went further to tell me, you really don't know. They feel them is from Sinatra's of the calypso. This one they call Chinese laundry, he can't even rhyme. When we on the stage, he dance out of time. Them soca mona, judges, they have to be dance. To give Chinese laundry the most points for performance. If she say, don't find a name, tell them find a name. Find a name for them thing, all you singing there. I want find a name, Chinese laundry. Find a name, find a name for them split. All you singing there. Oh yeah yeah. I made a call to Rashoti, tell me what to do. This thing you create called soca is being misconstrued. When you try to tell them fellas, you're singing tata. You got a set of disrespect from Mr. Iwa. What if you did take Iwa advice and go to your bed? By the time you wake up, sweet soca music dead, dead. Find a name, Shorty said. Find a name, find a name for that thing. All you singing there. Bunchy Garden, find a name. Bumpy Hunter, find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing there. Watch it. I have a serious message for William Monroe, his big time promoter, pimpin' calypso, bastardizing our whole culture for personal gain, encouraging them young fellas to make we feel shame. Me and mine, you make your money, but here what to do? Change from soca mona and find a name for that too. Monroe, find a name, find a name, find a name for that show. All you keep in there. First base, find a name. Gucci, find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing there. Naya, find a name. Peaskin, find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing there. Joking, but find a name. Pigskin, find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing there. I want find a name. Chinese laundry. Find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing there. Starshine. Find a name. KMC. Find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing there. Bunchy Garden. Find a name. Bunky Hunter. Find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing there. First with find a name. Gucci. Find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing there. Watch it. I had one to ask Kitchener, cause I want to know what it is them young boys singing. Is it calypso? These people so incompetent, trying they could sing, jumping on a stage and saying anything. Kitchen start to stutter, saying, how could you ask that? Posa, you should know what is real calypso. Kitchen tell me, find a name. He said, find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing there. Start try, find a name. KMC, find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing there. Did she went further to tell me you really don't know? They feel them is from Sinatra's of the Calypso. This one they call Chinese laundry, he can't even rhyme. When he on the stage, he dance all the time. Them soca mona, judges, they have to be dance. To give Chinese laundry the most point for performance. Did she say to find a name? Tell them find a name. Find a name for them thing, all you singing name. I want find a name, Chinese laundry. Find a name. Find a name for them split, all you singing name. Oh, yeah, yeah. I made a call to Rashoti, tell me what to do. This thing you create called soca is being misconstrued. When you try to tell them fellas, they're singing tata. You got a set of disrespect from Mr. Iwa. What if you did take Iwa advice and go to your bed? By the time you wake up, sweet soca music dead, dead. Find a name, Shorty said. Find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you singing name. Bunchy Garden, find a name. Bumpy Hunter, find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you singing name. Watch it. I have a serious message for William Monroe. This big time promoter, pimpin' calypso, bastardizing our whole culture for personal gain, encouraging them young fellas to make we feel shame. Me and mine, you make your money, but here what to do? Change from soca mona and find a name for that too. Monroe, find a name, find a name, find a name for that show. All you keep in name. First base, find a name. Gucci, find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing name. Naya, find a name. Peaskin, find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing name. Looking but find a name. Big skin, find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing name. I want find a name. Chinese laundry, find a name. Find a name for that thing. All you singing name. Starchild, find a name. KMC, find a name. Find a name for that split. All you singing name. Bunchy Garden, find a name. Bunky Hunter, find a name.
All right, everybody, and of course, good afternoon to you, and we welcome you to the Drive Time Exchange right here on New Era TT Radio, and we are happy to be here with you on this this Monday afternoon. Yeah, and we've been having a little technical difficulty, but we are working it out. And yeah, I see our host is now getting on the inside here. So this is how it works every now and then. So we are happy to be here with you on New Era TT Radio. Thank you very much for your patience and staying with us while we just get some things organized. All right, so I think we are up and we are running. We're going to make the best of what is available to us this afternoon. So Tony, are you okay now? All right, I'm seeing you. Why am I not hearing you? Check your volume on your phone. See if it's up, because I'm seeing you and I'm seeing the mic. All right. In the meantime, let me say good afternoon to Zeno. Zeno, how you doing? Okay. You're sounding kind of far, Zeno. I don't know if you need to get a little closer. You know, you're sounding. Wow. Yeah, I feel so, because for some reason I'm not getting you as clear as I would really like to get you. Yeah, it's sounding kind of all around and not how we want it. Yeah, so let me get you back out. Tony, are you hearing me and stuff now? Mhm. So people, let me see if I can just work out these little kinks and we'll be back.
This thing you create called soca is being misconstrued. When you try to tell them fellas they're singing tata, you got a set of disrespect from Mr. Iwa. What if you did take Iwa advice and go to your bed? By the time you wake up, sweet soca music dead, dead. Find a name, Shorty said. Find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you singing there. Bunchy Garden, find a name. Bumpy Hunter, find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you singing there. Watch it. I have a serious message for William Monroe. His big time promoter, pimpin' calypso, bastardizing our whole culture for personal gain, encouraging them young fellas to make we feel shame. Me and mine, you make your money, but here what to do? Change from soca monarch and find a name for that too. Monroe, find a name, find a name, find a name for that show. All you keep in there. First base, find a name. Gucci, find a name. Find a name for that split, all you're singing there. Naya, find a name. Peaskin, find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you're singing there. Joking, but find a name. Big skin, find a name. Find a name for that split, all you're singing there. Iowa, find a name. Chinese laundry, find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you're singing there. Starchild, find a name. KMC, find a name. Find a name for that split, all you're singing there. Bunchy Garden, find a name. Bunky Honda, find a name. Find a name for that thing, all you're singing there. Force with, find a name. Gucci, find a
All right. This is going to be an afternoon. Yeah, one like never before. All right. Things like that happen. But we are here on NETT Radio. And I have Tony on the phone because Tony is getting a little problem to log in. So, Tony, are you hearing me okay?
Loud and clear, but I don't know. It's a little problem. It's a massive problem. Just not getting through on the normal link, but so be it.
Yeah. All right. So let me just check. Zeno, are you hearing me all right? All right. All right. All right. Zeno, are you hearing me? Zeno seems to be having a little problem now too, Zeno, I'm seeing.
We have another. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm seeing Zeno on two different devices. I think that's the problem. Zeno, are you hearing me?
I am. Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, because I'm seeing you on two different devices. I think that is what is going. So let me take it off the other one.
Take off. Yeah, go ahead. You take it off.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So Zeno, you hear me okay?
I'm hearing you now. Not seeing you, but I'm hearing. Let me see. I need to. Where am I? I'm hearing.
All right. Okay. But why am I getting that? Not feedback now.
Well, I entered. Maybe when I entered, and I'm in there twice, but I'm only right now not seeing anything unless I guess that it is free.
All right. Yeah, whatever. You see this particular device that you're on. Log out and come back in on this device. Don't put on the other. Take off all the others.
Exactly. All right. I'm gonna give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna restart the phone to make sure everything comes up.
Yeah. Make sure.
You can talk to Tony in the meantime.
Yeah. Tony.
Hello.
Yes. Okay. So we are here.
Today's a day of technology, but
it happens like that every now and then, Sometimes the technology goes.
We'll work on it tomorrow to clean it up.
Oh, definitely. We'll work on it during the day tomorrow to make sure we don't have that.
We have another participant he must be listening to us now. I wasn't able to get his phone to send him the link. His name is Trevor. So if you can give Trevor your number now, so that he can attempt to get in to you somehow.
Okay.
How is that?
Yeah, that is good. So, Trevor, you can call me on the other studio line, which is 299-5156. That's 299-5156. And that way we'll be able to get you inside of the conversation. All right. So, we wait on to see if you will come in. All right. See, Zeno, listen, let me get back to Zeno on the Zeno came in and he gone back out again, yes?
Today is a day, boy. I don't know if it's what's it called? The Gravely? I don't know if it's because the Gravely in town or what.
I don't know what it is. Yeah, what it is, but whatever it is, we have to
maybe the Gravely is such a massive entity. Maybe the technology is being absorbed by it.
That might be so possible.
I don't know.
That might be so possible because I'm sure the area it covers will be much more, vast than what is Trinidad and Tobago.
It'll be much more than all of Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, and especially all you guys in and around Port of Spain. I've totally
lost.
Only
make a joke, eh? We don't want to lick up the Yankee people business. We only make a joke, partner. If all these people listen to us, through their different lines and so on. So we just making a little Trini Picong. You have to understand the Trini if you want to interact with the Trini. Right, Chalo?
Yeah, you have to get accustomed to it.
Yeah, a little Picong there and there and so on. So Trevor hasn't called yet. Trevor, if you're listening, call us on that number and Chalo will do the technical thing. We hope that your technical thing is working. Chalo, give him the number again just in case he missed it.
Yeah, just in case you missed it, you can call us on 299-5156. That's 299-5156. So I see Zeno is coming back in. Let me make sure what's going on. Zeno, are you hearing me now?
What a thing. What a thing. Let me try the computer and see what could happen.
All right. Zeno, you need to unmute for me. I'm trying to unmute you from my end, but
Zeno was going good just now. Something has happened.
Oh Lord! And he came in and he gone back out again. Like Zeno's having some internet problems. Okay. All right. People, bear with us. All right. Let me see if I can sort it out. We listen to a little more.
I want find a name, shiny laundry. Find a name for them split. All you singing there. Oh yeah. I made a call to Rashoti. Tell me what to do. This thing you create called Soca is being misconstrued. When you try to tell them fellas they're singing tata, you got a set of disrespect from Mr. Iwa. What if you did take Iwa advice and go to your bed? By the time you wake up, sweet Soca music dead. Find a name, Shorty said. Find a name for them thing. All you singing there. Bunchy Garden. Find a name. Bumpy Hunter. Find a name. Find a name for them silly. All you singing there. Watch it. I have a serious message for William Monroe. His big time promoter, pimpin' calypso, bastardizing our whole culture for personal gain. Encouraging them young fellas to make we feel shame.
Right. So, are you hearing me now?
I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I think I'm hearing you a little better now. You may just have to project to me a little more.
Okay,
Right?
but I'm hearing you loud and clear. This is my louder.
Yeah. We at least it's a little better than whatever we were hearing before. Tony, are you hearing Zeno? Okay.
Yes, sir, I'm hearing you. It could be a little better, but I'm here.
Yeah.
That's important, sir.
We're having a little gravely movement. I like that. All right.
Gravely like licking me up, boy. You know.
All right. Well, we are here, and so let's see what we can make of it. And if your guest
Right.
call, I will let him know.
So let's hear how the quality goes, and so just touch base with our listeners and viewers. You might not be seeing us, but we can hear you. We are continuing in this Calypso History Month, looking at the evolution. We looked initially at the start of the transformation of the Calypso music into the Soca, and of course we had Shorty in that group, and Maestro, Merchant, and a whole lot of people. We also had Pelam Goddard, the musician, to come talk to us all about it. And of course, the music has been played and talked about by Zeno Constance, the man who does the research and produces plays and skits and all kinds of things around the theme of Calypso and Soca and so on. Zeno, good to have you here with us. I trust you are hearing me.
Yes, I'm hearing you clear, and I'm speaking as loud as I can to make sure I come through.
I'm hearing you. There's a little bit of a hollow sound that Chalo might be able to fix as we go along.
I don't know if I can, but
So
I
yes.
will. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
This
So
is the loudest I can get, but I'm on full volume.
looking at some of the music, we have gone through different stages and elements of the music. What do you have to start us with this afternoon?
Right. Well, what I had prepared was that, almost a third phase of the Calypso, known as Soca. They use that term. We had the original 1970s, and then we came into the mid 80s, into the early 90s, and now we are with the mid 90s. And of course, Calypsonians are finding fault with what is coming here new. Because Posa, as example, finally, Posa was the road march winner of 1979. Final party, and so on. But he doesn't recognize his style of music in the music of these, on the one hand, the band singers, Chinese Laundry, Star Child, KMC, these people who were at the head of the band. And on the other hand, also, of course, in the new fellas, the new Marshall and the now coming Bungie Garling, etc. So he finds very serious fault to that. But the music will keep changing. And somewhere in the mid-90s, we went with that change where Bungie turned up at the end of the century and Marshall went to Music Farm, and you could hear a little different thing taking place. And in fact, if people knew Marshall between, I would say, 91, 89, and 96, that day, Marshall's Soca, and I use the word with a bit of reservation, but Marshall music was very run-of-the-mill. In fact, I used to do a thing when I do the lectures and ask the students or the children in school, how many times did Marshall lose his Soca Monarch? And it was a trick question because they always say, he never, but he never lose. And I say, he lose 4 times in the 90s. Beginning of 93 to 97, 96, he was, I think, a 4th, 11th, 13th, 7th in Super Blues era. Right? But this new Marshall, the Marshall who bought Music Farm and Big Shock and so on, confused not only Posa, confused Shock, Shock is a Calypso called the Big Shock box. This kind of thing they're singing is not really the reality. But it is the same Soca.
All right. All right. So, what kind of music you have there for Charlo to play? Charlo, Zeno is going to give you some indication of one of the pieces of music you want to play. So, Zeno, go ahead.
Zeno, where do you want to go musically now? You want to go to the Marshall, the music farm, the big truck? Where you want to go?
Yeah, we could go to music farm. I want to touch on that a little bit with things happening then. And just let me mention that, for instance, Valentino in two calypsos, Kaiso in Trouble and the radio, did mention this what is the word? The chasm that was being formed in their minds between the traditional calypso, flat soca, and this new soca. According to Valley, the fellas who sing about the wine and boomstick getting all the fame and the glory. Right? So it was a pill for them to swallow. That 1970s, early up to 80s fellas, the calypsonians who went to soca by just changing the up tempo. So we could take music farm.
All right, but let's take the music farm and come back.
Trinidad, me say, down in Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm we have enough musician. E-I-E-I-O. Just jump along with a shook there and put up your hand and shook there. Wine all around and shook there. Shook everywhere. Down in Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. Down there, me Trinidad posse. Down there, they getting all wassy. I am the butcher that slaughter the lamb on the music farm. Spray fertilizer, make the crops go stronger. A farmer happy running the show. E-I-E-I-O, yeah. Domina, Trinidad. Me sing, down in Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. I run that farm, we have plenty woman. E-I-E-I-O. I just jump along with a chuck there and put up your hand and chuck there. Ride all around and chuck there. Chuck everywhere. Down in Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. Now break it down. Some farming business. So you have the argument. What's up?
Man of the sugar queen, girl of the acre. Come we could join and cause a big culture. Dig up your mountain, X1 the river girl. Are we a big time farmer? Well done, and you hear the cocker start the crowing. Bring the hot water and plug the chicken. Carry out the cow them to start gazing. The rain start falling.
All right, that's the music farm for you there. So go ahead, guys.
Yes, and Zeno, I find now that I think about it, and I suppose the passage of time, what's that? Somewhere in the 90s to the present. It's
97, yeah.
In terms of the speed and the tempo of today.
Yeah. We always wanted to mix that.
I was saying it seems a little bit, slow and not like the racing tempo of the present.
Yeah, and that's a phenomena. I think we also had in Jamaican music, we went to.
Seem to have lost Zeno for a moment. Still there, Zeno?
That way to look cool, very slow kind of thing, looking like a Clint Eastwood Western, moving in slow motion.
Okay.
And I think Marshall was able to achieve. Well, that is a static. In fact, one of the things I used to tell students is this is I think with about 4 or 5 lead singers, because Marshall is dealing, but there's also Farmer, Sean Carruth, Wayne Rodriguez. I think even Joey and Vincent, the brothers, have a little say inside there, lines inside there. Very interesting kind of thing. And I tell you what, that carnival, that Ash Wednesday, when we returned to school, I told my class, or a couple of classes, that this music is too sweet to waste on this topic and they should write it over with new lyrics with this same melody. And I got some really beautiful things. You know, people touching on serious topics. Because when this melody hit, I don't know what they call it. I mean, I know it's a little bit I think kind of a one job kind of thing. Right? You could see yourself with the groove in this. It was very, very popular. And it was starting to take the soca in a different direction. I'm not saying the first one, but it is certainly the most popular of those that had this touch of J in it, that took it in that direction. Right? I mean, we knew we had before people like Spinner doing his thing with Dread and Rasta Sister, and you know the little Rasta thing, and Valentino doing Dread music from much earlier. But this one took off in the middle of the soca business, and I think that to me it is where Marshall took off, because he didn't enter the competition after that for a while. But we began to see Marshall who could start to have large audiences and have large money. You could ask for the kind of fees. Started in 1997, and then Bungie would come a couple years later and upset the whole thing. Yeah.
What I don't know if it was in the same period, but Bungie won a road match. I mean, way out in front of everybody. I don't remember the name of the piece, but it was slow of tempo, but had a lot of vibes in it. And I remember walking around on Carnival Day, and it seemed as if every band was playing it. I'm sure you know the name of it.
That'll be later on. But when Bungie dropped, and he moved from the, when he was a Bounty Killer was his idol apparently, but he dropped Fett, and the speed of Fett was nothing like we had seen before. Right? We could play it out in a while, but when you get to that chorus line, what's that Fett? Dong dong Fett. You're just moving breakneck speed. So despite all we got from go back and this and all the so-called all super blue, flag party, get something on the way. Fett took us into another level. I think Spagala once said it was good as 194 deaths, whatever it is per minute, faster than everything else. And then Bungie gave us, of course, Indie Ghetto. And well, that's another story. When he played the music, we could more elaborate there. But definitely, I had always seen the watershed time as 97, not only because of Big Shock, what Big Shock represented, but of course, Music Farm taking us into that mellow kind of thing. That was there before, but sometimes it's who do it and who get the push for it and so on.
Right. Well, okay, so you can give Chalo something to play.
Yeah,
Chalo, I seem to be making some headway with the video. So while you play the music, I will try that.
All right. Okay, no problem. All right, so let's go with the Bungie set in the meantime.
Refreshment, and I get a lancer on top of that, so now the thing permanent. Let us spring and let us go. They don't want me to continue, but half of them never knew. I could fit in with the soca crew, and they try to counter rock. Don't they beg me bring them back, cause it's I who lead in the back. But I will warn them, I wouldn't scorn them, and just out for fun them, and still let you run and call them. If I go fun them, all the two tongue men, you like go skin and London calling, them a Montreal, New York calling, them a Montreal, Canada they calling, them a Montreal, Toronto they calling, them a Montreal. You know up down fair, black man fair, white man fair, Chinese fair, Indian fair, Asian fair, Muslim fair, Islam fair, Arts fair, Legends fair, Barbarossa fair, fair, Latin fair, Swassa fair, Waka fair. But because the rest of those things say I wouldn't be far. The second year in Raga Soca that giving me a new car. Where me and nigga partners aside and heading down by the bar. Some people watching the ring and shoot and do not know who we are. Drop this one and leave 'em no trail. Don't I be riding like the fair? They should know that we are the hair. Some of them want to see me play, but I got no come to play because he defend my way, so they will get put away. But I got done them, ready to bomb them. What like we done them, whole like we.
All right, that's Bunji Garlin there with Fete. Uptown, downtown, everybody was fretted.
Yeah, Benji sitting the temple.
Yeah. I. You know, you hear us already?
I'm hearing you. I didn't hear Tony just now.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing you, and maybe I can continue while he sorted it out. Yeah, the arrival of Bunji, because of his brilliance, was able to lift the soca in that direction. Now, remember, they create a whole competition called Raga Soca because of Bunji's popularity. And that's what I wanted to do today. We look at the different hybrids, or whatever you call it, of soca. You know, you have Raga Soca, Parang Soca, Chutney Soca, all kind of things that as we go along. And some before this, we come to the Parang Soca in a while because, you know, we have different people are claiming it, and everybody, you know, will like to claim that they began the process. But Bunji was so big, and we had to get over Bunji's accent and so on, and yeah, that's a very interesting thing. In fact, I remember when Onika Bostic died, Bunji came on the radio in grief, and he had that sort of Jamaican accent that he had was nowhere at all, you know. But I remember when he was doing it, people made all kind of I don't want the excuse for him. You know, they say he born on a farm, so he never heard calypso. But his mother was a Jamaican, so he don't know how to talk like a Trinidadian. How kind of one of them just ridiculous things. One UB student told me that, you know, he was a Bounty Killer fan, so he had to song like that. Actually, I remember Ella Andel telling me that she told her son to talk to Bunji and tell him, come back home, sound like a Trini. And I don't know if he listened, but afterwards he did. Not before, of course. He had that beautiful calypso called "Leave It With My Accent" when he won the NJAC Young Kings, and he actually got an accent motoka. It was kind of ironic thing. Yeah, for his prize. And then I remember Short Pants called me and tell me, "Boy, this fellow does sing sense, you know," because the people now begin to understand him because he switched back to the more Trini thing that he has now. But a lot of there are songs on those early Bunji albums, in the 90s, 2001, that you have to put your ear to listen carefully because there's a lot dance hall kind of styling with the Jamaican kind of influence. And I keep talking about Bunji because to me, today Bunji is one of the greatest lyricists in the business. His poetry, his depth is, and for the last 4 or 5 years, Bunji has been pushing at least one of them every year. And great lyrics, lyrically powerful. But of course, he in that field where people say you're not supposed to have no lyrics, just sing and fret. But Bunji belies the belief that soca cannot produce topics of serious note, and it could. Yeah, so that to me was where it switched. And then maybe before we go on, we could just take a little piece of Luther's response to Bunji. In a song called Bang Bang Jamaican. Luther also responded on a thing called Under the Pigtail. Right? When you know, and by the way, just let me say this thing, when we get into the 2000s, we started to do this thing called rhythm. And you would see on those albums, you know, the pigtail rhythm, the grassroots rhythm, the Jumbie Bird rhythm. It's still going on. Like what Marshall had last year was called I can't remember the school something rhythm. Long time people might say it's a beat, song like Maestro, it's song like Sparrow. Now there's this rhythm. And as Pelham was saying, fellas doing the music who have no musical nothing. They're not into music, but they're into making rhythms and making beats.
Yeah.
And Bungie was spearhead that movement where the beats were concerned. Tremendously. Others would do it, of course, but I think Bungie survived. And because he was such a good lyricist, even when we didn't want him to be in the early, you see where he is now, and so on. So that Luther's response is very. If you could get a piece of that Luther response, bang bang Jamaican, it's a thing, boy.
All right, well, let's go with it.
A little while, I check out your lyrics and color scheme. You seem to love yellow, red and green. Sing your song, brother, beat your drum. Between me and you, where you really from? Me born in a river, go up to La Puna. But kill me dead, me heart and me head belong to Jamaica. Me favorite radio station, number one in a division. 96.1% Jamaican accent. I'm a bang bang Jamaican. Ay 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 ay, bang bang Jamaican. Born in a river. This one dedicated to all of you. This one dedicated to all the youth, man. Them best up, and the young at heart. Yeah, everybody. Everybody sing.
The Vibe 105 FM.
Young fella with the wicked style. Come talk to me for a little while. I check out your lyrics and color scheme. You seem to love yellow, red and green. Sing your song, brother, beat your drum. Between me and you, where you really from? Me born in a river. But kill me dead, me heart and me head belong to Jamaica. The favorite radio station, number one in a division. 96.1% Jamaican accent. I'm a bang bang Jamaican. Ay 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 ay, bang bang Jamaican. Born in a river, go up to La Puna. But kill me dead, me heart and me head belong to Jamaica. The favorite radio station, number one in a division. 98.9% Jamaican accent. I'm a bang bang Jamaican. Ay 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 ay, bang bang Jamaican. Young fella, something ain't right. Trinidad colors are red, black and white. Land of steel banana. Patriotic and proud Trini. I can't understand what you're telling me. Me born in a river, go up to La Puna. But kill me dead, me heart and me head belong to Jamaica. Me favorite radio station, a number one in a division. 96.1% Jamaican accent. I'm a bang bang Jamaican. Bang bang Jamaican. Yeah.
All right, that's Luther, the Bang Bang Jamaican. A really beautiful song, actually. I remember when that song released, it was a major hit, because the music was so infectious. You have to move.
And ironically, it's a great parody. But on that era, but ironically, you could do the dance to this music, the same dance on the knees, coming out of the breakdance era and that whole thing. And you hear the Peter Picong, me heart and me head.
Yes.
Missing H like in Jamaican tongue, me heart and me head belong to Jamaica.
Yes,
and
yes.
I never found out if Bungie ever responded to this personally, or I don't know. I never checked it out. But this is a great. Everybody crossroads on the crossroad of this Jamaican thing which
that one.
yeah,
Go ahead, Tony.
That fun with Bunji.
Yeah.
I must admit that sometimes, and maybe this is a generational thing for me, sometimes Bunji, and not him alone, but others are difficult to follow when they get into that, I don't know what to call it. It's I just speaking for myself. Maybe, as I said, maybe I am past the age and stage of being able to interpret and understand clearly the lyrics of some of that kind of music.
Yeah, Tony, you're right. I remember Bunji had a thing called Bad from Sperm. It's a beautiful piece of poetry, but I tried to put that lyrics down on paper and I struggled. But it's a pseudo Jamaican accent, and it was what's going on then, right? The people of the day in Jamaica, led by Bounty Killer, was very popular, and so when they head out,
does it really have a Jamaican connection, or that is just a
no, I think it's a quiet thing, and also making the point, Bunji shifted. I know Ronnie McIntosh had gone on record of saying he will talk to him, and definitely Ella Andel told me in person that she spoke to her son to talk to Bunji about that. But I think Onika's death hit him hard, and I think he never went back there. So and when he changed, he was able to get more fans because he crossed, just like Young Brother. I mean, what world Young Brother was living in, as soon as he come into the Soca world, there are so many people on this side. And as I said, I remember Shortpan telling me with great surprise that, and now hearing what the fella said, but the fella making sense, because Bunji was in a world of the young people alone, playing in that thing. As far as California were concerned, what them fellas singing there? As Posa mentioned too. Yeah, so yeah.
And that is why, that's why I understood, what's the name of it? The Sun Now Waking Up and so on, which was lyrically understandable, and the music was great. I remember hearing it from some of the steel bands on Juve Morning, and thought it was great music. It wasn't, steeped in that kind of Jamaican something, whatever it's called. I don't want to call it because I'm too short.
No, he had made the switch. Exactly. Then he get a differentology and the others coming down after that. Some of them were great. They get great lyrically, but that lyrics came to us because he was say it in a tone, in a mode that we could appreciate easier. Being elder people, being Calypso people, not I don't know if what happened in his world, the Raga world, if people missed him, or if they came across with him, or if there's still something outside there. I know the Raga Soca, Iowa did something, and then Bunji went a couple of times, and then they abandoned the idea, and so on. Anyway, that's how I felt about that thing, and that came after the Parang and Soca, But the Parang Soca is an important thing. With Caldero and Crazy, then Scrunta, Baron.
All right, so let's go back to some more music there. Or should we, Chalo, I think we should take a break. We're up at the 5 o'clock hour where we can normally take a break, do some advertisements from the studio and so on, and then we come back to the music. Remember, of course, that what we are doing, we are following the soca as it evolved from the 1970s, the mid-1970s with Shorty, Ras Shorty I, and Shorty at that point in time, he was not Ras Shorty I just yet. A couple of years after, and people like Maestro and Merchant and all of the others who came eventually into the soca boat, notwithstanding the fact that they were threatening at points in time to turn over the boat. Over to you, Charlie.
Okay, no problem. We will be back.
Wake up with the Net Radio Breakfast Show. Rise and shine with Wendell Stevens and Richard Raghubarsing, weekdays from 6 o'clock to 9 a.m. Start your day feeling good, energized, and informed as we tackle the biggest issues of the day, get you where you need to be on time, and keep you in the know about everything that matters. We bring you insightful discussions, expert analysis, and the latest updates so you're always ahead of the curve. Mornings matter. Your voice matters. And it all starts right here on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio. The Net Radio Breakfast Show, weekdays 6 to 9 a.m. Wake up informed and stay ahead.
Charmflair Auto Services Limited, your one-stop auto repair shop, located at number 1 Industrial Lane, Charmflair, right opposite the brewery on the Eastern Main Road. Yes, we do it all. Repairs to all makes and models, from your everyday sedan to SUVs, light trucks, pickups, and panel vans. We're also the sole distributors of Davanti tires, certified VTS inspection station, plus a wide range of services: oil change, front end and suspension repairs, tune-ups, tire alignment, batteries, electrical work, radiator and cooling system, AC repairs, and accessories galore. We offer pickup and drop-off service too. Call us today at 662-6545 or 662-6572. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook. Charmflair Auto Services Limited, number 1 Industrial Lane, Charmflair. We do it all.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newera@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
We are the heartbeat of the Caribbean, where the music never stops. New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
All right, everybody, and of course, we are back here inside the Drive Time Exchange on New Era TT Radio. And of course, Zeno Constance is here, Tony Fraser is here. Tony, we are back with you.
Okay, great. I heard you talking just now as if you got the person on the line.
Yeah, he called me, so I'm going to try and hook him up in a short.
Okay, great. His name is Trevor.
Yes.
And he's a soca man, a calypso man, all kind of man. He's a collector. And so we're going to hear from him. So, Zeno, where do we go? We talked about Bungie. We talked about they're having fun with Bungie and his accent and so on. Has he changed at all?
Yeah, Bungie no longer has that accent. I mean, Bungie is now full us. And as I said, the last 5 Calypso seasons as it were, Bungie has put at least one powerful piece of lyrics out. No matter what it was about, some social commentary or just thing about the mass. So Bungie has fully arrived. But what I'm going to get a much wider audience. But I don't know where is his original audience, the people who are on the raga scene and that thing, if they still out there with other people, you know. I mean, whenever the people move, they gain a lot, but they lose some. I'm sure young brother has a father following before he came across, you know, and 2 years ago, I'm sure he was there longer than that. But we in this world out here, the Calypso kind of thing, heard about him I think that's 2 years ago. You know, so a lot of times, you know, that's how it works out. So Bungie is fully.
Right. So where do we go from here with the music? Some other artists who came on the scene, perhaps into the 2000 period.
Well, yeah. Seeing that we came back to the Soca Parang, so you want to stay there and go through that area one time as we're here?
Yeah, well, there's a few things about it. I mean, you know, my colleagues differentiate between Soca Parang and Parang Soca. Soca with a little Parang flavor, Parang with a little Soca flavor. You know, a lot of people say it wasn't Crazy's 87. Was it 87? I forget, yes, it was 78. Parang Soca. That Saturday era, that Shorties and Leon Caldera was doing something else. I don't know if I have any of those. I think I maybe have the Shorty, but we had the Squanta became extremely big in that style. But even before them, people were playing with it. I have two tracks here from the Moonlight Serenaders, putting their Parang touch, or maybe the other way around, right? Onto Duke's Black is Beautiful, and Francine's I Ain't Digging Nothing. The show, and those were early, you know, those are, I think, 72, 73, somewhere around the early. Definitely before Crazy did his own. But that, to me, this is another way, you know, because we played last week the Jupiter Chutney Soca. But this is another way. We have the Parang and the Soca and the Parang. And just like we had the dance hall and the reggae beat into the Calypso Soca. We had this too. So maybe we could probably play one of those Moonlight Serenaders piece. So a lot of people are not aware that they had done that. I'm just thinking, you know, Shorty was not the first person to call the genre Soca. But neither did Lancet Lane. Lancet Lane, let me just take a little time to say this. Lancet Lane was the person we credit as the person who started Rapso. He called it Neo Calypso. All kind of different things. You know, when he did Digging Horror and Blow Away and so on, it wasn't until about 50 years later that Brother Resistance and Network called the piece Rapso. I think from the Boston Blues album. Years after, we had heard of Cheryl Byron and Lancet Lane and Brother Doughty and Brother Book. These people were the pioneers of Rapso. Long before Resistance and Network, long before Chicana. So the name didn't come till long after.
Okay, so Chalo, you have Trevor there now?
Yeah, I think we have Trevor. Trevor, are you there with us?
I hear you.
Nice.
All right.
All right, so let's hear your contribution, Trevor. We're going through the evolutionary periods of the soca, and I think we have turned into the 2000 era. Anything you want to say? You don't have to stick with the 2000 era. You make your play, as it were. Go ahead.
Yeah, Trevor?
Hello?
Yeah, you heard what Tony was saying?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, Tony, for some reason, Trevor did not hear you.
Today is not our greatest technical day. Trevor, you hearing me now?
Yeah, try to
something going on.
Yeah, he's hearing you now. He's hearing you now. So go ahead. Ask him what you're asking him.
Okay, so Trevor, we've gone through different periods of the evolution of the soca. Anything you want to touch on, any particular period of that evolutionary process that you want to enter discussion and advocate for us to play the music? You go ahead.
What I would like to mention is the contribution, the Caribbean soca artists made into the development of the soca music. Like Arrow and so on and so on.
Well, go ahead. You talk about them. You raise the issues, so go ahead and talk about them. Who they are, what they sang, and everything else.
Well, the Caribbean artists like Arrow, the Short Shirts, the Swallows, and so on, King Obstinate, and so on, they made a valuable contribution towards the development of soca. And also remember, they used to come here and do their recordings down at Silas. And it is quite noticeable during that time that most of the artists used to assemble on Prince Street by Abraham. Abraham had a bar on Queen Street. Not Queen Street, Prince Street. And most of the artists used to gather there. That is during the 80s, during the 80s, right? That's what I could remember quite clearly. But if I had to go back before the soca, right? Something I had mentioned to you with regards to Kitchener and the soca is that Kitchener came out of an era of jazz. And whereas in the soca, you don't have that jazzy kind of flavor. So Kitchener maintained his jazzy type of flavor throughout. However, he transformed the whole thing when he went into the 12-bar zone. And Mr. Sobers and Soca Jane and Sugar Boom Boom and so on. Right? That was for the market. Not within himself, but that was for the market. And he did rather well with the transformation from Kaiso into that. But remember, he did a song some years ago called Soca something about Sparrow.
Soca Jane?
Soca something. Where he was criticizing the soca song, if you remember. Right? But previous to that, it needs to go right back to before the soca. Right? What was missing and what has continued to be missed up to this day is the violin as an instrument for the calypso, not the soca, for the calypso. We have lost that minor key. How do we bring minor key back into focus? As far as the development, the continued development, because they say they're taking soca to the schools. Right. But you're leaving out the minor.
Do you have any of those pieces? And Zeno can come in also. Any of those pieces where I think that's an interesting, I don't know if it's rare, an interesting point about the soca into the B minor. Did that happen at all? Did any Calypsonian soca artist bring that forward in one particular piece or the other?
No, I don't remember. Right? But if you remember, Brigo and Prowler used to do a lot of calypso, little small shows at PTSC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? And we had a gathering there every Friday, almost every evening. It's something like the Mascan Pub. And we used to get all those minor calypsos there. But Paula had a bar there. And the fellas used to come in and we used to sing.
When it is that Kitchener did pan in A minor, is that anything close to what you're thinking about?
Pan in A minor?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Like that minor key was lost into the calypso, has been lost into the calypso.
All right. Well,
okay, so Chalo, if you have it at hand, let's hear it. We can talk about it. Bring Zeno into the conversation. That's an interesting statement there. I don't know if it fits into the soca genre, but Chalo, if you have it at hand, go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
They say to me they want a musical change in pan. Well, I didn't tell them yes, but I didn't tell them no. I say, well, gentlemen, I'm going to do the best I can. As long as you challenge me, well, I'm going to have a go. They all indicated that they were getting bored, and they will appreciate something new. So I thought it best to change to the minor chord, to see really who is who. Big band. Who be on the tenor? Big band. Bringing out the minor. Big band. What come the professor? Big band. To add to the fire. Big band. Calling on Bradley. Big band. To challenge Beverly. Big band. Which means Desperado. Big band. Go answer Tokyo. You go hear pan in A minor. With them steel band from all over. You're gonna hear them at the battle, you're going to a test, you're gonna hear them at the pass, burning the grass. Big band, big band, big band, big band.
All right, pan in A minor. That is as much as to the minor chord as I can give you guys.
Yes. And I think it's an interesting point. Zeno, does that qualify in the soca genre?
All right. Well, two points came out of what he was saying, and that minor key thing is an important thing. We know that the minor key was the key in the 30s and 40s coming down the road before he shifted to major. But I want to make two examples here. I remember when Pelham was on a couple of weeks ago, he did say that one of these...
Before you go on, Zeno, the Michalo, the music is kind of challenging.
Yeah,
Zeno,
I realize that. I got.
Go ahead now, Zeno. I think it's done.
Yeah.
Right. I was saying that Pelham, when he was on a couple of weeks ago, did tell us that one of those big soca songs, I think it was a shorty, was actually done in minor key. And then I didn't know this until it was mentioned that the Tobago fella, what his name, Sherwin Winchester, come to me immediately. Good, Winchester. One of his road matches, I think the first one was actually done in minor key. So that even though the minor key was, was the home of the original calypsos back in the days. So when it came into the Santi Manite, double tone and rhetorical style coming along the road, they would still have soca in the minor, right? So, but because I'm not a musician, and I put Pelham here to tell me that when Krishna is singing pan in the minor, is it really done in the minor key? I assume so. But so that's a good point he was making about that minor that we're losing from the calypso. But I don't think that the soca will be predominantly minor because that whole thing has changed. But we still get pieces of it. But I want to make the other point before we go on, and that point he made about the Caribbean people. That is such a very important point to make it, because he didn't mention Frankie McIntosh. A lot of people talk about Frankie McIntosh input as an arranger and thing, and then I was listening to a program sent by me, a panel discussion sent by me by Eric St. Bernard a few months ago. Fellas from different islands talking about soca and the zouk and the cadence and saying these things predate the soca because before you were hearing that music inside it. And I listened with amazement. And one particular person was very, very good. He didn't diss the soca, he didn't diss the cadence. He was making the point that, all these musical forms in other islands coming up would do the same thing. They were trying to capture a new market. And we have these things. And if somebody tell me that what we know as soca was there before soca, I am not going to get into no argument because I have not done the research on the zouk, the cadence, the other pieces of music that come out of the so-called French islands and even the Spanish islands that they were playing. But the contribution of the Caribbean people, not only Short Shirt and Swallow and them, but definitely Arrow. I mean, Tiny Whiny by brother and Hot Hot Hot, which went so big and solidified soca's name outside of our thing. Yeah, that's very important. We should have mentioned that before, so I'm glad he mentioned it. And kudos, yeah, something that we missed.
What what just struck me talking about that. We're talking about the music from the different islands. Remember, what's her name from Barbados did something out of Suriname and incorporated some of the Surinamese music.
Right, Fulana, ding, ding, ding.
Crossover between all kinds of things. It's a population with Dutch and Caribbean and a whole lot of stuff being influenced.
Alison Hines and Alison Hines there. Fulana, ding, yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying that you have to be.
Trevor, you raised a very important point there. Any particular piece of the music that comes from the islands that strikes you, that struck us all back in the period when the soca was spreading throughout the Caribbean and different artists in the region were doing their thing. Any particular piece?
I wanted to look up for a fella called Ajamu. African ladies.
Yeah, I don't know if Chalu has that piece, but perhaps if you have a more popular piece that we can get the music instantly to play. People like Swallow and Short Shirt. Short Shirt might have been before this actual period. But anything else from the islands that we can play?
Well, we have Short Shirt with When. Nobody will run me from this country. Like Short Shirt.
Yeah, that was 76.
Shiny eyes.
Yeah, but even by Beckett, for instance, you hear Soca Disco Cabaret. Yeah, I mean the word soca.
There's one called Soca something.
Yeah,
I love soca.
Beckett has Soca Disco Cabaret.
Give me soca. I love soca. If you hear that, real nice piece by Beckett.
Yeah. And the soca was established as a name by then, But like I said, people are seriously discussing island music, zouk, cadence, other things, and saying, "But this was there before, maybe."
Remember, we had Winston Soso with "I Don't Mind."
Oh yeah, that's another important person.
Right.
All right, well, here let me give you guys a little bit of Beckett Soca Rocker, and we will be back.
Right.
Okay.
There's a soca reggae party going down. Follow me and come. Yeah, yeah. It's a soca rocker. All the girls in the nice London, they jamming on and on and on and on and on to the music of the Caribbean. Yeah, yeah. Soca, rocker, cabaret. Lagalagale, diggy dingy dingy ding, lagalagale, diggy diggy. Lagalagale, diggy dingy dingy ding, lagalagale, diggy diggy.
All right, and of course, that is Beckett, a little bit of soca rocker for you guys there.
Yeah. So definitely the soca spreading through the Caribbean and you're getting different influences. I would love for us to play a piece of the zouk, which I find to be quite infectious. And again, that comes out of the French speaking Caribbean and the influences floating around. Yes, Zeno and Trevor?
Yes. Remember Shorty has a piece? Shorty has some zouk music.
Which one is that? Which was the remember? What's the name of it?
PT something.
PT.
PT and Sparrow has it too.
Yeah, the PT.
I call them kind of thing and Sparrow did. Remember he did the Patois album?
Yeah, with Sasai and so on.
Yeah.
Shorty's there, PT here. You could hear the influence from them there.
After this, the soca, I suppose it went into the different parts of the Caribbean and came back out, the French, Spanish, Dutch Caribbean. It went in and came back out with some of the music and the stylings of those territories and language influences.
Yeah.
But Tony, you know something?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember something? You know, Lord Laro went to Jamaica and he took up the main two and put it into Calypso.
Yep. I was about to make that point. I mean, Laro's infusion of the Jamaican melodies. I mean, some of them, you know, the Duhafi Dread and Rasta Corn Plume, and he did a lot of crossover. But even before that, or during that period, Brian had tried it too. Brian had tried to mix it. He called his melody Calgay, Calypso and Reggae. It didn't survive, but he played it a while. But definitely, and Creator, because Creator was there for a long while in Jamaica, you know. But Laro definitely said, good point about that. You can't miss out Laro when talking about that mixture. And the mixture preceded things like what we did. I mean, Valentino's Birds That Fly High in the reggae beat and Red Music and Explainer, and other Calypsonians who play with the reggae thing down here, you know, because as Tony says, we must mix. The mixer is there, you go outside, you hear it, you bring it back home. Or it comes to you.
You know, I remember very popular, the St. Lucian. I remember being at Luna, Jamaica, and what was that? It was the late 70s, early 80s, and what's his name came out with that song from down in the subway jam.
Yeah,
remember that, and the influences of the French. I know the St. Lucian and Martinican students on campus. I remember they broke loose, man. The soca mixed with the French flavoring got to them.
Yeah. Well, Tony, let me play you a little bit of an artist that comes out of Tobago, Prince Unique. He has done a lot of that.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Music, right. So we do that and come back.
The party hot, people sweating. Ay, ay, oh, yo, ay, ay, oh, yo, music sweet and temperature rising. limbo mama. If you see that limbo mama getting down, limbo, they keeping on, limbo, they getting down, limbo, on the ground, singing, way yo yo, limbo, way yo yo, limbo, way yo yo, dancing, way yo yo, it's okay.
All right, so a little bit of Prince Unique for you guys in between there.
All right. Gentlemen, anything else? Chalo, I'm still looking for something from the Zouk. There was a group that did something,
Kassav?
a very great piece.
I have music by Kassav.
Yes. If we could, again, to sample how the soca, the calypso went around the Caribbean, the different parts. Gentlemen have talked about both. Trevor and Zeno have talked about the Jamaican influence, Trinidad and Tobago influence, the Jamaican music, and the Jamaican music influence the Trinidad and Tobago. I remember, I was on campus in late 70s, early 80s, and the calypso was just about making an impact at that point in time. Byron Lee had come here and did something, the Dragon Dance with Sparrow and so on. And the calypso was making a little bit of an entry. I remember Andre Tanker being a fet on campus. And Andre, when I turned around and I hear Andre Tanker music, I say, what? The Jamaicans move a little bit from the reggae because, that is where they play morning, noon, and night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I will give a little bit of the Kassav and come back now.
Kassav,
Right, so that is the music of Kassav there for you guys. I don't remember coming out of things, so it was St. Martin. That is where Mighty Dow. I remember this guy also, Zeno. Yes, Zeno. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah. Zeno?
Yes, I'm on. I'm saying just by chance, those spoke to me about a month ago, trying to get some books on calligraphy and so on. I don't know if he spoke to me online, of course.
Right.
But I remember him and a couple of his songs. Yeah. Like I said, when you go to the Caribbean, you always get the influences. And if you look at the earlier ones, and you hear, Bronx Skin Girl and Had a Little Monkey, those folk songs that come from other islands would mix here with us. And of course, the great one, Leanne's Passy, Program and Coca-Cola, and so on, and Haitian folk songs. The mix was always there. So I am not going to get into this thing by saying there was no zouk and no cadence and no thing before it had soca. People play the music all the time, and sometimes the name comes so long after. Let me just tell you about this for information. We always know what the word rhapsody.
But he was very much involved with the whole group with Resistance on the company, and I think they recorded a piece with Pretty.
Yeah, later on they would do the thing, but never ever worry. But so long we had a rap so before we get a name. So the fact that we had a name Soca before people say had a name Zook, the music was always playing. And then we forget to mention Eddie Grant and his, oh gosh, it's not top of my head. What he called it? Come on, people, help me out. Eddie Grant.
Yeah. Remember now. And the Tobago House of Assembly took it up.
Yeah, well, you know that thing, doing that music. So we have musical forms, you know. So, but the thing is, that's what the calypso. The Soca get all kind of influences all over the place. Anyway, go and touch and come back, and we just try to give it a name and say, look at the many names we could give it. Raga Soca, Chutney Soca, Parang Soca, Soca Parang, but influences like hell.
Remember the name is Soca Salsa?
Exactly. Salsa. Yeah. You think they come and say, because the influences are there, and I think I made mention because the first of these sessions we had here about how we sometimes we don't recognize that there's African people's music all through the Caribbean outside the English. I mean, in the French influence and the Spanish influence, we don't see it because we tend to think of the African diaspora as English diaspora. And then fellas was making music down there. Anyway, Africans came into the new world, so-called new world. We make music. Whether we speak French, Dutch, English, Spanish, Papamiento, yeah, always there. And one of these days, somebody will do a great study on, you know, the aspects of it.
The music goes around and gets influences attached to it from all over the Caribbean. And I presume that for people, the musicians and the Calypsonians out of the USA and Canada, there must be influences there that will come into what is at the core in the Caribbean to spread around and to make the soca and make the music more interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if Zeno remember when I mentioned to you on Saturday, the gentleman by the name of Mr. Corino, A.M. Corino.
Yeah, the auction man.
Huh?
The auction man.
Go ahead and talk about him.
Man.
He was an auctioneer from Guyana.
Yeah, from Guyana.
He was from Guyana. I as a small boy, so he had an anti-cape program, I think, guesting on the program for a couple of minutes at the end.
He was Guyanese.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the info.
Mm-hmm. He used to do a lot of here in Paul Castillo or the Parang.
Yeah, all right. And I mentioned Sir Charles earlier that I put a piece of I don't know, Parang Soca or Soca Parang. The Paranderos doing the calypso in their style.
Mm-hmm.
This was the original Parang.
Yeah.
Original Parang.
All right.
Original Parang. And he saw calypso shows in Woodward Square too.
All right.
Uncle AMQ, and then you want Auntie K.
I know him from Auntie K. I didn't know beyond.
About A.M. Corino. He was an auctioneer. His office was at the corner of Richmond and Duke Street. And he did all of these auctions all across the country. And yes, he was from Guyana, British Guyana.
All right.
You could say in that period of time.
But you know, I didn't remember. I didn't hear Zeno mention from South, who was an authority. He died now. Kenny George.
Yeah, well, I met Femi only once face to face. I had to meet him because I was going to do a musical play on the Golden Tiger, and the late Brian Honorary, the commenter, took me to him in San Fernando, although commenter come from Port of Spain to meet me down here, and to meet and talk to Femi George about his knowledge of that kind of thing, musicals, and I think it was a very interesting session. It took us to the home of the Warren Lion in San Fernando, where Lion grew up. Tony George was a walking encyclopedia, but I had only met him personally that one time. Wait.
Yeah, well, I saw him. There was a period of time, I think it was after 1970. Yeah, not I think, it was after 1970. He used to come to Woodford Square pretty frequently, once a week, twice a week or something like that. And he was introducing and selling a lot of African stuff, paintings and literature and all of that. And he was fairly frequent in Woodford Square at that point in time. I remember him very well. I'm sure that he passed on a long time ago. But he had an encyclopedic kind of memory there of all kinds of things.
Yeah, definitely. And he was one.
You know what part of San Fernando he was from?
I don't know. I always thought he was some Coquille or Marbella somewhere there, and he used to walk into the town. I just remember seeing him a couple of times lecturing to people, by the library corner and things. But I actually met him only once to talk to person. It was very great, a very great session. A lot of information, even though he touched it up tentatively. You want to know why I bring this pot of Spain California to he, and I bring no money to give. But like everything else, after the first minutes, he waxed warm and took us around.
So let's get at least 2 pieces of music in, because we want to get out of here by 5:55.
Yeah. I hope it's a chance to get at least one of those Moonlight seminars. Probably good.
Well, 1 minute, Tony. Tony, what is the name of the Moonlight seminars that you want?
One is called Black is Beautiful, Migo es Hermoso, and one is called I Ain't Digging Nothing. I have 2 pieces there. Right, that is it.
Yeah. So interesting enough. So that was Duke's song that they sang, or is it that Duke sang their song?
No, that was Duke's song that they sang. They took the original Paran kind of jam down and put a calypso version of it. And that was long before Crazy Thing about it and called everything about it. I think the Duke song was 71. 68. Black is Beautiful. So somewhere a couple of years later they had done that. There's an interesting mix here, that we're talking about for the last couple of weeks. And I found it very interesting. And you could hear the original Paran flavor.
For this evening.
Go ahead, Tony.
Yeah, no, I'm giving you your choice, whatever the choice is. Go ahead with the final piece of music.
One I would like to hear one by Sparrow.
Which one is that? Let me see if I can find, or just any Sparrow.
Sailor Man.
All right, so we're attempting to find a Sparrow soca piece to join to the music. And just to indicate that next week, Monday, we're going to have a special program because we have a book that has been launched by Dr. Rudy Otley on following the same theme of the evolution of the soca, and he will be on our show next week talking about his own research and the music that he has seen evolve and heard over the period of time. And on tomorrow's program, we have a big program tomorrow. We are obviously looking at what is happening between Venezuela, the USA, and Trinidad and Tobago. There have been some developments today. The Venezuelan foreign minister essentially saying that Trinidad and Tobago is not going to get Venezuelan gas, and Prime Minister Kamala Prasad-Bissessar saying we ain't bound for oil gas. That's a kind of in the developers.
Tony,
Tony,
what is it?
We've been following the dragon for the last 10 years, and we suddenly don't want it anymore. But we leave that tomorrow. We have Professor Anthony Bryan, and we're trying to get somebody else to do this. So that's it, Chalo.
All right. Thank you very much.
Well, let me say, Tony, that of the beat, I have a lot of calypso about the Yankees, a lot of calypso about war. So anything already about calypso, about Venezuela, calypso about Yankees and so on. I have. Anyway, that's me make 10 seconds plug. If at the end of this week, on Friday the 31st, you're in Faizabad, come to the community center at 7. I have a little cultural show for my drama group and so on. So there's people who are around, nice little cultural evening. All right, well, out of here.
Zeno,
I have the music. Sorry?
But I can't drive from Faizabad to Port of Spain in the night.
That's all right. What I'm saying is that I'm making a plug for the people around. But I have the calypso, anything already. In fact, I've done it before. I have those calypso already listed. Calypsos are the Yankee invasion when the Second World War coming down. So if you want,
I want to thank Trevor for joining the show this afternoon.
No,
and good to have you, Trevor. We'll talk again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for being part of the show today. Leaving you with Trevor song.
Let go the Chinese man, pick up with a policeman.